financial crisis, is climate change out?
Well, as I said, I'm an optimist. And I think that what the financial crisis and the climate change crisis need to teach the world how to do is work together better. Because I think both crises are demonstrating to countries that the world is more and more integrated, and we have to solve these problems together. The financial crisis did not start in Latin America, the climate change crisis did not start in Latin America, but clearly regions such as Latin America are going to have to be part of the solution.
So what is the World Bank going to do to help Latin America to solve the climate change crisis?
Well, we're already working both on a global level and a regional level. We have a number of activities and projects we're doing. We did the first ever loan in the World Bank for climate change to Mexico, $500 million back in April. We're doing a lot of lending to countries to help better environmental policies, such as more sustainable development. We're helping countries with their transport systems, making them more energy efficient and cleaner. We're doing carbon finance. We're helping countries plan for and cope with climate change induced emergencies such as hurricanes and floods. We did a very innovative catastrophic risk insurance facility in the Caribbean to help insure countries against some of these. We're also working in the Andes, helping small farmers manage with these changes that they're already seeing. So we see many, many ways that we can work both with countries, but more importantly with local populations and with other groups such as civil society organizations to help combat this very real problem.
Are any conditionalities attached?
The World Bank attaches conditionalities to its loans, that the money is spent for what we lend the money for. That is the main conditionality that we have on loans, that if we make a project, that the money indeed is spent for what it's meant to be spent for, and there's no corruption. But other than that, no. What we're looking for from our projects is results, though, and we want to monitor and we evaluate and we want to make sure countries get results for these projects.
How far do you think you could relate financial crisis and the climate change crisis and help solve them together?
Well, I think Bob Zoellick, our president, just did a major speech yesterday in the U.S. Talking about the importance of a new multilateralism. And here we believe very strongly that all countries need to be around the table, that the old world about having the rich countries and the poor countries, the part one and the part two countries, is a world that is not with us anymore. And we'd like to see more countries such as Mexico, Brazil, South Africa, India, China, Russia, have a voice at the table. And our president is certainly pushing this. It's important for climate change. It's important that these countries be part of the management of new funds, part of the solution. Also important for the financial crisis as well.
But that would mean abiding by the principle of common but differentiated responsibility.
Well, I think we're still feeling our way as to what a new world order might be. And Bob Zoellick has called for a new commission headed by the former president of Mexico, Ernesto Zedillo, on what this might look like. But I think it's recognition, again, that the emerging countries need to be part of the solution as well.
And where the other developing countries who are not emerging?
Well, I think all countries have to be part of the solution, but 177 countries is sometimes a little bit difficult. What we're seeing is what we call the emerging economies, which are taking an increasing role in the world. China, Brazil, they're starting their own aid programs. They're very important in world fora. You know, how do we bring them, you know, into the bigger tent? And this tent has to be flexible. I mean, you know, if as countries grow and come up, they need to play more responsibility. It's not just a question of being a member of the party or invited to the party. It's a question of the responsibility countries take.